Hey guys, welcome to another video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This is a retake on a video that I did about how I make gold on my alternate accounts and what I do for my daily crafting on some of my alternate accounts and my main account. Right here is one of my new alternate accounts. I do have a good amount of alternate accounts, and I bought some with the half off sale, although previously I did have some anyway. But here's one of my new accounts. I've already went in and created characters, and all I do with these accounts at the moment is select a daily, log off, and once in a while I'll go in and go ahead and take care of getting that stuff taken care of. But that's all I do, those accounts. Now, unfortunately, I've already made this video and I didn't like how it turned out. Actually, it was pretty choppy because the recording settings weren't correct. So I've already done all of my daily stuff. But let's open one of these here. This is one of my alternate accounts that's been around for a while. So I will show you what I do with those. So I have jumping puzzle farmers, and they simply farm jumping puzzles in Lion's Arch for the silver booblins. And once in a while I have to go in and clean out the inventory once it gets full. And thank goodness for the PvP bank and stuff access. I mean, sometimes I have these, but I don't really care if I have those or not. But after it gets full and I salvage everything, then of course I have to get rid of this stuff. And these accounts usually have a bit of gold in them, and I'll rob them once in a while. I'll take the gold and do stuff with my main account. And if we look at the history, I have 123 gold waiting for me. Here's some silver booblins that I just had put up from my previous video. Those are still selling, but if you look at the history, I've sold all of this stuff. I'll tell you where that stuff comes from here in just a second. So here in a minute, I'm going to add 123 gold. So I go through and I do those these level 21s on the jumping farm. And this brownie cake here is just a character that my kids mess with, and I just haven't bothered filling it up with a jumping puzzle farmer. So let's go on to my main crafting lady, my only crafting lady on this account. She always pretty much sits here in Divinity's Reach, at the crafting station. She is here at the merchant because I already turned in her laurels. So every month or so, I'll go to the merchant and I will come down here and I will buy a bunch of heaven crafting bags. Typically 50 laurels or so is what I'll have at those point in times. And the gold that you get from that is roughly about a gold per laurel. So you might expect 50 gold roughly in stuff. But what I typically do with that stuff is I send it to my main account so that I can either sell it or use it for legendaries or something. But like I said, she usually sits right here. Excuse me. And I go through and I craft 3 things. And that is the Elonian leather square, Deljamar steel ingot, bolt of Damask. I already done all this, like I said. What I typically do with these characters, these crafting characters, are each day I'll just simply craft the daily one, and then I won't even craft this part of it. And then I'll go, that way I can get through them a little quicker. And I do want to go to the bank real quick to get and to show you my materials that I got out of those laurels. And where'd they go? No, I already know what I did with them. Oh well, but I typically send them to my main account. So that is what I do with those accounts. And Most of these that you see here, maybe half of them have the crafting characters on. The ones that don't have the crafting characters on, like my real new accounts, I just simply have to level up that profession so I can start crafting and making those profits. Now, one thing that I might add is on those the cost. I have a spreadsheet that I have laid out that shows me the profit for what I get out of crafting all of that stuff. And it's a good bit. It adds up. I have 400 or 500 gold on each of those accounts. Matter of fact, let's go to another one. Let's go to that one. This is one. Went to the wrong one. I have the names hidden just so because I have the shortcuts and in the shortcut name I have my email addresses and I don't want to show those, so that's why it's hidden, and that's why I clicked on the one that I didn't want. But this is one of the ones that my kids use, and I usually just for that one I do the crafting and I do accept the dailies. I just go in here. I need to do some crafting and material pickups probably. But I typically keep them pretty well stocked so that I can just run through it and not have to worry about messing around with it each time I want to craft. That one doesn't have so much gold on it because I let my boy buy some things. And then you get the stuff from the dailies. And then I usually take the master salvage kit, salvage it. I got 2 globs and that. I usually sell the globs. Or I collected them, whatever. But there's some daily stuff that I hadn't opened up yet. Okay, so now let's just go back to my main account. I'll show you what I do with that. Load, load, load. Okay, so this is my main. I have 2 people that I craft with, these 2 right here. Although one point in time I leveled up just about all of them on this one character, and I realized that the price to change crafting professions went up as you did it, and plus I was fairly new. But I bought the upgraded or the upgraded profession so you can have 4 per character, and so that's what I do. I have 2 characters that do all my crafting, or the 2. So on this guy, I pretty much do the same thing, although I craft and sell a couple more items. I do those 3 ascended items that I just showed you, but I also do the plank. So I have the crafting leveled up for that profession on here, right there. I do the spirit wood plank, so I do that each day, and I also do plates of plant food. Plate. Sorry, wrong station. Need to go to this one to show you the plate. I do this each day. So you want to do one of those, and you want to do another plate of food. And that is a plate of plant food. And I haven't listed those yet. I usually wait a few days before I sell them, but make a little good amount of silver on these. So I went through and I crafted a bunch of my ascended items that I do my dailies. And if we look at the trading post, I have a bit of gold waiting for me to pick up because I crafted all of those and I sold them. So I just sold within a matter of an hour. I sold my grow lamp. That's the other thing that I do. I do it on my other character, but that is a jeweling profession item. Craft those, you have to do a lot of dry top stuff, but those sell and make a decent amount of profit. Although the last time I did the math on it, it's not as much profit as what I thought, but it's still profit. So And I also, well, I guess I sold some other stuff too. 2 of those, oh no, 7, 3 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those. So it adds up. Instead of go to that TP, I'm going to be a tinker and put a TP out here. So I'm back up to 1,000 gold. I go up and down. And that's it. That's what I do with my alternate accounts. If you have any questions or comments, just say them below. Give a like or a dislike. And see you around till the next video.